Let's gather round, an adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. It is the last edition for 2025, and of course, it has been a wonderful year interacting with all of you, and we look forward to the continued interaction in 2026. It is a beautiful day here on Nevis. For those who are not here on Nevis with us right now, I know I saw some persons who are in Canada and they're enjoying their snow. There's some persons within the U.S. enjoying their cold and snow as well. And we're enjoying our sunshine. We're enjoying our warmth. And it is indeed, as I said, a beautiful day right here on Nevis. For those who are here visiting with us, we welcome you back. Well, those who are from here originally and have come for a vacation because you live overseas, welcome you back. And for those who are visiting friends and family for the first time, we welcome you to Nevis. It, as I said, is the last program for this calendar year, which means the next time we come back, we will be saying Happy New Year. And so we hope that you all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas on Thursday, and also restful Boxing Day yesterday for those who engage in other activities. I hope that you enjoyed whatever activities and family time that you had the opportunity to engage in. We know that at the end of the year, we also spend some time reflecting, and I don't think that this should that our students should be left out, or young people should be left out from this process. And so as we close out 2026, we encourage you all to reflect on what you accomplished in 2025, what went well, what did not go as well as you would have liked for it to go, and what improvements you can make based on that going forward. So, as I said, it's a time of reflection. Do just that, reflect. And when you're reflecting, know that you can also make the changes necessary to bring about what you want for your future. We also know that it is a time when persons tend to start to plan, to set their goals. And we usually end the year and start the next year spending some time talking about goals and goal setting. We share with you in terms of how you can go about that, and in preparation for that, we want to get you into a place of thinking about, hey, this year I did well in school, but I think I could put a little bit more effort in. This year I was able to pick up a hobby, or this year I didn't do anything but stay on my technology gadgets all year long outside of going to school or doing the basic activities. And so in the next year, I think I should pick up a hobby. And so we'll talk a bit about those types of goal settings so that you know what you are looking forward to, or what you can look forward to. As a child growing up, my parents used to always talk about a ship without a rudder. And that was just basically saying, if you have a ship without a rudder, the rudder helps the ship with the direction. And so without that, you will not be able to know where you're going to go. Or it's like going somewhere, a new terrain, without a map, without a destination in mind. You wander around for much longer if you don't have your goals, or the places that you want to, or the activities that you want to accomplish, the aims, your missions, your goals. And so for parents, this is a good subject for conversation for your children as well. What did you like about this year? What did you not like about this year? And what would you like to see for next year? And that's a good starting point. Sometimes we don't have those conversations enough, and we just kind of let things keep going and keep flowing with the hope that, well, all will be well. And so the advice to parents as well is to make sure that you're having these conversations. Ask them these questions. Hey, what did you like about this year? And they'll tell you all kinds of things. They'll tell you, the younger ones will tell you things that happened yesterday because they don't really see the year spanning from January to December. But the older ones will be able to give you stronger answers and more focused answers. Either way, then you move on to what would you like to see for next year? What are some of the things that you would like to get? And once again, the younger ones will say they want more candy and toys and, things like that. But you help them and you help to guide them through the process. So you set challenges in your homes, parents. You can set a challenge. Just last week, we had the opportunity to see the winners of the Tree of Tales competition at the Nevis Public Library, and we had children in the younger categories reading up to, I think the most books I saw was 38 books between November and December. Parents were taking them to the library and they set a goal and they were able to read 35 books. We had adults reading 7 and 10 books within a month. That is commendable, and those are some of the goals you can set. Your goals don't always have to be academic, and so I always believe in learning a new skill or starting a mini business or something along that line as your goal. And for some people, their goal is just going to be able to graduate next year. So we have our students who are in grade 6 and they want to make sure they do well so that they can graduate. We have our students who are in 5th form and 6th form who are looking forward to their culminating time as well within their levels. And so they're setting their types of goals. And at each level, the goal should be appropriate for the child's development and age. However, we should not have children proceeding into the new year without that reflection phase and without that goal setting phase. And goals can be short-term goals because children usually want something they can accomplish pretty quickly. So our goals might not be for the end of the year. The goals might be by the first term. We also know that within the next term, term 2 coming up, we have the track and field season, so we've now transitioned from the football season into track and field. So some students will be setting goals related to track and field. They'll be setting the times that they want to run for the race that they're running, for those who are athletic and those who would be representing their house in their school sports day, or those who will be representing their school at the inter-primary or inter-secondary meets. And so all of these things are goals, and when we talk about goals and goal setting, we'll delve in a bit deeper, but it's not just about saying what you want and just giving things out, throwing things out there randomly, but then there's a step after figuring out what you want to do that we want to touch on. Before I break though, I want to alert that parents and everyone else that at 9:30 at the bottom of the hour, we will transition to the ECCB Children's Connection program, and so get your children lined up. Today we have a very interesting topic, and so get your children lined up so that they can win their prizes for the last time this year. And we'll have the last episode of the ECCB Children's Connection program at 9:30. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk a bit more about goals and goal setting, and then we'll transition into the ECCB Children's Connection program.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Youth on the Go. Let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on
let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education and Tal. And of course, we know that within our ministry, we had a very exciting year. We had several activities from January straight down to December. We closed out, we closed off last weekend with the Content Creators Playbook with the Department of Youth, as well as the close of the SL Hosford Under 17 Parish League. So, as I said, many exciting things, whether in education, youth, sports, IT, library services, and of course I just talked about the Tree of Tales, PJs in the library. So every single month we had various activities happening, and part of being able to support the youth and the students and everyone on Nevis whom we serve is that same thing that I'm encouraging parents to do, and that is goal setting, setting your effective goals. And so, of course, we have to make it child appropriate, like I said, and so I'll give you some steps for helping your child set effective goals. Now, science says that 92% of people don't achieve their goals. That's not really good data for me to put out at the onset, but there is a reason, and perhaps most of them have never learned how to effectively set them, and that's probably why they don't achieve them. Now, the reason we are having this conversation this morning is not for us to be in the 92%, but for us to be in the 8%, those persons who actually achieve them. So you can help your child learn to set goals, and it is a critical skill which will help them to develop grit and just simply getting what they want out of life. Now, there are other reasons why your child should learn goal setting, and these include it teaches them to take responsibility for their behaviors and their learning. It promotes a can-do attitude. It forms a powerful lifelong habit. So, how do you teach your child to set their own goals? Before continue, make sure that you do some research, as I said, but there are 4 proven steps that help children. The first one, let them choose their big goal. So we know that children need guidance, but ultimately we need to help them to, or give them the opportunity or the space to choose their big goal. So you ask them questions, like I said, what are some things that you wish you could achieve, or depending on the age, what are some of the things that you wish that you could do? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? So if you knew that there was no way you would fail, what is the activity that you would undertake, or what would you embark on? Number 2, discuss the purpose of their goal. And depending on the conversation, you can ask questions like, what do you think is the greatest benefit to you doing well in this class? Or what would be beneficial to you if you do well at this goal, or if you achieve this goal? And how can that goal help others? Because we want to also have children think not only about themselves. We don't want to be raising selfish children, but we want them to think about serving and helping others. You break the big goal into smaller steps. So you can use what we call a goal ladder to break down their big goal. At the top of the ladder, write down the big goal, then work your way through the steps it would take to achieve it, and it's just a matter of breaking it down. Another tip, brainstorm potential obstacles. So this is something that we generally don't do, listeners, because we always try to approach everything as though everything will be perfect and there will not be any obstacles, nothing would go wrong, all will be well. But the reality is that even when we set goals, there will be obstacles. Things will come in our way. Sometimes we will come in our own way. Things will happen which are outside of our control. Parents, these are the conversations that we need to have with our children, and so we encourage them to plan for potential obstacles. What if something goes wrong? What would I do? Right? If it goes wrong and I don't seem to be achieving my goal, do I stop? Do I quit? Do I think about it again? Do I regroup? And so those, and what and how, who do I go to or who do I talk to if I reach to a point where I feel like I'm not getting any closer to my goal? So you talk about some of the bad habits or the negative thoughts that might come to them when the goal seems unachievable at any given point, and include a desire to ask, if you feel like giving up, what will you do instead? So you already have a plan for when they feel like giving up. And then you ask them to write it all down. I used to do a lot of goal setting posters and that type of thing. Some of our young people like to do it electronically. They set their goals on their phones, on their notes. They write it down. We just want it to be in a place where they can see it, because by writing down their goals, they're 40% more likely to achieve them. So if they don't write them down, they pretty much are closer to that 92% that we talked about at the beginning. If they want to give up on their goal, you have to be there to be their cheerleader. And so communicating the goals, also very important, because the only way that children can stay the course is if somebody's helping them to remain accountable. When they want to give up, one, remind them of the purpose behind their goal. Remind them of why they told you at the beginning they wanted to achieve this thing. Because they're human. As adults, we want to give up on our goals. Lots of times. And sometimes we pretend as though, as I said, the world is perfect and we are all perfect. And we know there are many days that we all want to give up on our goals. Remind them how they decided to deal with obstacles. So we're taking them back to the things that we dealt with before they even started. And we're using those strategies in the moment when they feel like giving up. You recognize as they climb the steps on their goal ladder. So for the younger ones, we can put stars at each rung, or a sticker at each rung, or a check mark every time they achieve a step on their goal ladder. So if you haven't done a goal ladder, that's something you really should consider. You give them examples of your own struggles at their age. Once again, it's important for them to know that you also went through your struggles and you were able to overcome, you were able to navigate. Sometimes you have to change course, but you are where you are today because you didn't stop. Focus on how they can continue improving. And I think that's a good one, because once again, it's important that every day we take a step forward, and that comes with growth and improvement. You celebrate their efforts, determination, and persistence. So parents, you can build some celebration moments in there. If they like to go out for a smoothie, or they want to go to the restaurant, or they want to go to the movies, or they want to go on Amazon, whatever you know that they like. Some of them like Roblox, and so you get them some Robux. Whatever you know that they like from the that's age appropriate and that's appropriate and allowed in your home, that you make sure that you give them positive reinforcements going along, because as I said, short term accomplishments, setting shorter goals and shorter stops helps these children to reach their ultimate bigger goals. Teach them positive self-talk. What does it look like to have positive self-talk? I can do this. It might be difficult today, but it'll be better tomorrow if I keep going. You teach them positive self-talk, because even when we are not there with them, they will be able to use these strategies to navigate their own worlds, whether it be in school, whether it be in a church function or a community function. When they have these goals, these strategies, they're able to apply them throughout. And when we know that we make sure that we try to get them to do SMART goals, right? So in order to make it easier for our children, and this is going to encapsulate the concept of SMART without even trying to go through the entire acronym. When they're choosing their goal, make it specific, measurable, trackable, a time frame, set a time frame for it, right? So that they know what they are working towards. So here's an example of a good measurable goal that you can give to a child. Okay, the child's goal can be, I'll take notes daily this year and review them each week. So when I take my daily notes, I'll review them each week. I'll review, if they want to get more specific, I'll review each afternoon for 15 minutes after school. For those who are like me, or are like me, because I can't make it in the past tense, and you might not be scoring your highest at math, you might say, this term I'm going to get 5% higher than I did last term. My average will be 5% higher. Because let me tell you, in those struggles, it doesn't make sense to be unrealistic either. If you're at a 20% or 30%, let's go up to a 40 or 20 or 35. It might not sound like a big win yet, but each time you take a step, you're getting closer. And I had to set some small goals sometimes, even when I had to battle with myself within. And that's why I said, have those conversations with yourself as to how you'll keep going when it gets tough. Because listeners, it gets tough out there. And for our children, sometimes I know we say to them, y'all have everything. And I don't know about you, but when parents and teachers used to say this to me when I was younger, what you have to worry about? You don't have any bills and you don't have... Those are what we say to them, and the reality is that they have many things to worry about. Maybe they might not be as important to you, but at the age and stage where they are, these things are very important. And so encourage them show them the skills so that they can do some self-talk to make it, because whatever it is that bothers them or slows them down is important. And so parents, guardians, teachers, adults who are shaping our students and children in any way, we encourage you to work with them and have these conversations. Persons in church, stop the children after, and children are not always very communicative. They don't generally start conversations, but you can build rapport and relationships over time and find out from them what their goals are. Those who are youth leaders within the various youth groups and Sunday school and all of those activities, do that. Put those things in place so that we can help our children ensure that they are remaining on a positive path. And so we started the role of reflecting. And so this weekend, the rest of this weekend we have another 2 holidays next week. Spend some time goal setting. And so by next week, we should be in a place where we know, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 months. This is what I'm going to be doing for 2026. We're going to break now because we're going to transition over to the ECCB Children's Connection program. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go.
From the Caribbean's powerhouse.
Merry Christmas from all of us to you. Merry Christmas.
Vaughn.
Connecting the children of our UC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Hi there, everyone. We are back and welcome to this ECCB Children's Connection program. I am your host, Zahnela Claxton, and with me is our co-host for today,
Zahnela Claxton.
All right. And so, on our last program, we learned about energy and its benefits. And today, we will look at another important word called growth and see what happens when individuals and businesses grow. Today is our last episode of the ECCB Children's Connection program for 2025. 2025. And so the next time we come back to you with the ECCB Children's Connection program, it will all actually be 2026. But we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll discuss the topic of growth. Boys and girls, stay tuned. We will be right back.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real good living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the ECCB Children's Connection program. This is a program produced and delivered by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Kayla, have you ever observed something or someone grow?
Yes, I have. In many ways, actually, like height, strength, and even improving on their skills.
All right, awesome. So growth means getting bigger, taller, or stronger over time. Let me repeat that, boys and girls. Growth means getting bigger, taller, or stronger over time. It's what happens when living things like plants, animals, and guess what? People change and become larger as they grow. Kayla, for our boys and girls out there, can we spell the word growth? So that and boys and girls, get your pens, get your pencils, get your paper, so that you can record the word growth and add it to your vocabulary.
All right. Growth is spelled G-R-O-W-T-H. Again, growth is spelled G-R-O-W-T-H. Growth.
All right, thank you, boys and girls. I hope you have that. We're going to now look at growth in plants, animals, and people. People like you, me, all the boys and girls out there listening to us. Kayla, do you have a plant at home?
Yes, I have a handful. I have croton plants and palm trees and many others.
All right. And so the question is, how do plants grow? And so boys and girls might be thinking, and I think most of us have plants, and the wonderful thing about living on an island is that we get to see plants all around us. There are some people who live in countries and they see more concrete buildings than plants. We get to see plants around us. And so the question in some minds of some of our children might be, how do plants grow? Well, plants grow, boys and girls, when they get sunlight, water, and nutrients from the soil. They use these to make food, which helps them become bigger, grow new leaves, and sometimes they even grow flowers or bear fruit. That's how plants grow. How do animals grow? Animals grow by eating food that gives them energy and nutrients. As they eat and stay healthy, boys and girls, their bodies get bigger and stronger. They may learn a new skill too, like walking, running, or even flying. Now, we know all animals won't fly, so birds will fly, and then most of the other animals would walk and run, okay? So those are just some of the skills that they learn as they grow, because for most animals, when they're born, they can't do most of these things, right? Now, what about us? How do people grow? People grow by eating healthy food, sleeping well, and staying active. As children grow, they become taller, stronger, and they learn many new things like reading, writing, and playing sports. So all living things grow by getting what they need to stay healthy. Now, Kayla, can you imagine if you did not have the ability to grow?
Oh my goodness, that would be very, very, very sad, extremely sad, because I wouldn't have the ability to improve on any of my skills. And you see how a plant only needs 3 things to grow. It needs sunlight, water, and nutrients. But humans, we need so many things. So if we didn't have the ability to grow, I don't know what would happen. I really don't know. The world would end.
Probably, because growth is important, right? But have you ever thought about growth in terms of businesses? Because we know this is the ECCB Children's Connection Program. So we have to make the connection between our world and, of course, the businesses, right? And so have you ever thought about businesses? Can they grow?
Yes, businesses can grow, and they grow every day. In fact, I learned about business growth in school.
All right, so we're going to help the boys and girls listening to learn a little bit about business growth as well. So boys and girls, businesses can grow just like living things, just in a different way. So they don't need food and sunlight and those things to make them grow, but they can grow. A business grows when it becomes bigger or better. And I think every business owner's aim is to ensure growth in their business. This can happen when more people buy their products, like customers buying from an ice cream shop. If you're an ice cream shop owner, you're looking forward to growth, more people buying from your ice cream shop. This can happen when the business makes more money than they did before. Once again, that's always an aim, making more money than before. And then they open new stores or sell new things. So, for example, let's take Best Buy. There was a Best Buy in Charlestown, then they opened a new Best Buy in Gingerland. And so as you open new stores and new branches, we see that that is called growth. And we even see it in some of our banks. For example, Bank of Nevis just used to have one branch a long time ago. Now they have 2 branches in St. Kitts, a branch in Nevis. And so they have so many outlets and offices, ATMs, so many things. And all those things are part of growth. Another way that we can see growth in a business is when they hire more workers to help, because it means that you have more to do, and so you need more hands. So let's hear how your savings and investments can grow. So we looked at how businesses can grow. Now we're going to look at how our savings and our investments can grow, because they can grow too. Like the businesses, they don't grow by giving them food and water and sunlight. But we'll talk about what happens and how they grow. When you put money in a bank, the bank gives you a tiny bit of extra money. And it is called?
Interest.
All right. It's like a thank you for saving your money with us. So over time, your savings slowly grow bigger. Now imagine that you have one candy today, maybe Kit Kat. If you save that candy instead of eating it, and later someone gives you another candy as a reward for saving, now you have 2. That's what an investment is. You put something away, like money or candy, so it can grow and give you more later. Both individuals and businesses invest, boys and girls. So it's not something that's specific to businesses, it's not something that's specific to individuals. Both individuals and businesses can invest. Investments help people become richer in the future, and business owners invest to help their businesses grow. When all of this growth takes place, do you think that it benefits the economy?
It must benefit the economy, because once a business grows, the whole economy must grow.
Okay, awesome. Of course, you are right. It does. And this is how it works, boys and girls. I hope you have your pencils out and your pens, and we're hoping that we're not going too fast. We're trying to make sure that you understand the process. And so if we look at how this benefits the economy, let's see. 1, banks use your savings to help others. So you put your money as savings, and banks use that money to help others. And this helps more people to have the ability to do additional things. Interesting. Investments help businesses make new things. This means that more jobs and more things for people to buy. So when you invest in a business or you put some money into a business, then it helps it to try new strategies, maybe get new products, because they have more money available to assist them. Another way, more jobs equals more money moving around the economy. What does that look like, boys and girls? That means that more persons can get employed, and when they earn money, then they have to also survive, and so they have to spend money in turn. That money goes into food, so the supermarkets benefit. They go into clothes, so the stores benefit. Toys for their children and other necessities. All of those things go back into the economy, and it helps the economy to grow. This helps to keep shops and companies busy, and the economy grows and grows and grows and grows, boys and girls. And in simple terms, your money grows, businesses grow, more jobs, the whole economy grows. It's like everybody helping each other to grow stronger together. Let me take you through. Over to Kayla.
So, boys and girls, just to help you understand more what how a business goes and how it helps and the whole economy to go. Imagine the whole economy is like a big circle, and you know how maybe you have your savings when your mommy and your daddy give you money. Maybe you put it maybe in a purse or a little bag or something. Well, a lot of humans put their money in ATMs that we know. So imagine your business, you put your money in the ATM. All right, so the ATM, that's the top of the circle. Then the business, the bank, takes the money out of the ATM and it gives it to another person so they can have the money. And it goes round and around and around the circle. That's how the economy works.
And grows. And grows. And grows. All right. And so, thank you so much for that. We would like to read a poem. It's called Growth, or it's about growth. And Kayla, would you want to read it for our friends, our boys and girls? And we hope, we're going to read it twice because it's very catchy and maybe they will even remember it, right? Because it has some important lessons in there. So over to you. Share the poem about growth.
All right. Here is a poem about growth. Growth is like a little seed. Plant it well and give it what it needs. A splash of water, a bit of sun, watch it rise. Oh, what fun. Animals grow from small to tall, crawling first, then standing tall. People grow in every way, learning more each passing day. Everything grows, it's nature's way, step by step, day by day.
Ooh, I love it! Can we get it one more time?
All right.
For the road.
Growth is like a little seed. Plant it well and give it what it needs. A splash of water, a bit of sun, watch it rise. Oh, what fun. Animals grow from small to tall, crawling first, then standing tall. People grow in every way, learning more each passing day. Everything grows, it's nature's way, step by step and day by day.
Nice. So boys and girls, I hope you understand growth based on all we've talked about so far. And as we examine the poem that Kayla just read to us, we can see the benefits which happen when growth takes place. We're going to conclude our lesson on growth just about now, boys and girls, but we need to recap our main points for today so that you really understand growth and that you know, okay, these are the takeaways. Remember, we're going to have a call-in segment, and so if you listen keenly, I know you've been listening and taking your notes, but I think the recap will help you as well. So take your notes and we'll try to read them out enough for you to get a handle on it. So Kayla and I will alternate. I'll start and we'll alternate the points and we'll read them twice just to make sure that you have them, okay? All right, so the first point. Growth means getting bigger, taller, or stronger over time.
Plants grow when they get sunlight, water, and nutrients from the soil.
Animals grow by eating food that gives them energy and nutrients.
People grow by eating healthy food, sleeping well, and staying active.
A business grows when it becomes bigger or better.
Your savings and investments grow when you keep adding to it little by little.
All right, we're going to run through one more time because we want to make sure everybody is successful and they can grow coming out of this program. So let's go. Growth means getting bigger, taller, or stronger over time.
Plants grow when they get sunlight, water, and nutrients from the soil.
Animals grow by eating food that gives them energy and nutrients.
People grow by eating healthy food, sleeping well, and staying active.
A business grows when it becomes bigger or better.
Your savings and investments grow when you keep adding to it, little by little.
All right, boys and girls, we are going to break, and when we come back, we will get the call-in time because it will be time for us to hear from you.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a little living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's see if our friends Kayla remember what we learned today about growth. Now, boys and girls, please call us at 469-1616, 469-1700, and let us know if you know the answer to the questions. All of the questions will be read twice, and when you call in, just let us know which question you would like to answer. All right, this is your time to win some fun prizes, compliments to ECCB. All right, Kayla, over to you.
All right, the first question is, if I get bigger and stronger over time, what am I experiencing? If I get bigger and stronger over time, what am I experiencing? That's number one. Number two, plants, animals, and people grow, but not businesses. Is that true or is it false? Plants, animals, and people grow, but businesses do not grow. Is this true or is it false? Number three, in order for plants to grow, they need three vital things: sunlight, water, and... In order for plants to grow, they need three things: sunlight, water, and what is the third thing that plants need to grow? Number four, give one example of how a business can grow. Give one example of how a business can grow. Number five, true or false? Your savings and investments grow when you add to it more and more. Again, true or false? Your savings and investments grow when you add to it more and more.
All right, boys and girls, and for those of you following on Facebook and YouTube, the questions are all on the screen as well. So you can go on there and read through the questions and call us at 469-1616, 469-1700. Call in quickly because I'm hearing some flaps. They're a little bit distant, but that means that Oliver is getting closer, and we definitely want our value lesson for today. We've been talking about growth, and Kayla read 5 questions for us, and I think they're pretty much aligned with what we talked about today. So as long as you were taking your notes, I hope all of the children are not asleep after the long Christmas festivities. But we're going to try again, and boys and girls, call us at 469-1616, 469-1700. Kayla, can you read the questions while... hold.
Hello, who's this? Hi, what's your name?
My name is Keisha Hobson, and I'm Quadrical Nevis.
All right, hi Keisha, what question would you like to answer?
Number 3.
All right, let me
And
read it
this
for
is
you.
my
I'll read it
mom.
for you first, Keisha. All right, number 3. In order for plants to grow, they need 3 things: sunlight, water, and what is the third thing that plants need to grow?
Plants need sunlight, water, and nutrients to grow.
All right, Keisha, that is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Great job,
job.
Keisha. All right, so that was Keisha, and I hope that she had a great Christmas. And that is correct. She got question number 3. So, Kayla, we only have 1, 2, 4, and 5 left.
I'll read them one more time while we wait for more children to call it. Number 1. If I get bigger and stronger over time, what am I experiencing? If I get bigger and stronger over time, what am I experiencing? Number 2, plants, animals, and people grow, but businesses, they don't grow. True or false? Plants, animals, and people grow, but not businesses. Is this true or false? Number 4, give one example of how a business can grow. Give one example of how a business can grow. And number 5, true or false? Your savings and investments grow when you add to it more and more. Oh, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who is this? What's your name?
Malaika Dalton.
Malaika? Okay. Hi, Malaika. What question would you like to answer?
Could I answer question 1, please?
Okay, let me read it for you. If I get bigger and stronger over time, what am I experiencing?
You are experiencing growth.
Correct. Good job, Malaika.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Same to you. I hope you had a great Christmas.
I did.
What did you do for Christmas? Did you get any gifts? Did you eat any food?
Well, I did get money for gifts.
Oh, wow. I hope you saved that money.
Yes, I will.
All right. Good job. Thank you, Malaika.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, so we heard from Keisha, we heard from Malaika. Is anyone else calling in? Because Oliver is, I'm hearing the whoop whoop coming out. That means he's really close. Okay, 469-1616, 469-1700. Come on, it's the last three questions in the last show of the year 2025. We'd love to hear from you, boys and girls, and we want to congratulate Keisha and Malaika for being ardent listeners and for calling in and for doing an excellent job over 2025 to ensure that they're listening and following and learning and growing as individuals and as students. All right, so let's read the questions that are remaining, Kayla.
All right,
let's see if we have anybody else who knows the answers, or they might not be clear. For those who are watching on YouTube and Facebook, the questions are also on the screen.
All right, we have 3 more questions. We have number 2. Plants, animals, and people grow, but not businesses. Is this statement true or is it false? Plants, animals, and people grow, but not businesses. Is this true or false? Number 4. Give one example of how a business can grow. Give one example of how a business can grow. And number 5. True or false? Your savings and investments grow when you add to it more and more. Your savings and investments grow when you add to it more and more. Is this true or false?
Numbers to call, boys and girls, 469-1616, 469-1700, and we are almost out of time, but we wanted to give you a chance to call in and to give us the answers. We want to say congratulations to Keisha for filling in the blank that she did, which was in order for plants to grow, they need 3 things: sunlight, water, and Keisha added nutrients from the soil. So congratulations. And then to Malaika for giving us the answer to question 1, which was, if I get better and stronger over time, what am I experiencing? And Malaika correctly said growth, which is what we're talking about today. Who's going to be the next person to give us the answer to the next question? Because I hear, woo-hoo. Who's that? Oliver. All right, Oliver's really close. Come on, boys and girls, 469-1616, 469-1700, so that we can hear from you with the remaining 3 questions. All right, Kayla, think we should just let Oliver in?
I think he's coming.
I think he's coming. Ready or not, he's right outside. And so are you ready to hear from our wise old friend Oliver? I believe he has a value word for us today. Let's listen.
Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome back to Oliver's Treehouse. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and our word today is charismatic. Charismatic means someone has a special way of making people feel happy, excited, or comfortable when they are around them. A charismatic person smiles a lot, is friendly and kind, speaks with confidence, make others feel welcome, and has a warm, positive energy. People enjoy being around someone who is charismatic. There are also leaders who are charismatic, and people follow them easily. Now, here are some examples of charismatic characters from movies. We have Mona. She's brave, confident, and inspires others to follow her. What about Simba from The Lion King? He makes others feel safe and becomes a strong, friendly leader. And then there is Woody from Toy Story. He encourages his friends and helps lead the group with kindness. So boys and girls, you've learned a new word today, charismatic. Now, back to your host. Have a great holiday season.
Oh, thank you so much, Oliver, for introducing our word for today. The word is charismatic, and it's a big word. Can you spell it for our boys and girls, Kayla?
All right. Charismatic is spelled, wait, listen up. Charismatic is spelled C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Charismatic. That's a really big word. I'm going to spell it one more time. Charismatic is spelled C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Charismatic.
All right, so based on what Oliver said, how would you describe a charismatic person?
Well, I would say a charismatic person is someone who has a bright, positive attitude, a bright energy about them, and they just have this ability to light up any room they enter.
Nice, I like that one. So being charismatic means that you have a special way of making people feel happy, excited, or interested when they're around you. A charismatic person may smile a lot, speak confidently, make others feel welcome, have a positive, friendly energy, be good at getting people's attention in a nice way. It's like having a bright, warm personality that makes others enjoy being with you. Can you think about anybody who fits that description, Kayla?
You know, based on your description, I would say that you are a perfect fit for a charismatic person, you know? I think so. Look at it, she's smiling.
Thank you. All right, so let's try to be charismatic for this holiday season and going into the new year as we spread love and cheer. We have come to the end of another ECCB Children's Connection program, and we are so happy that you joined us today. Until we meet again, I'm your host, Zahnela Claxton.
And I am Kayla Claxton, your co-host.
Let's talk again soon, but until then, keep on growing, boys and girls, and remember to stay connected!